Drive the elf and the dwarf back to their wretched holes. He shall burn the witches and warlocks who make pacts with them. He shall cut out the tongues of the bards who sing of them. For the sword father knows it is the followers of the old way.
Oh, that's a bad business. And no mistake.
I don't understand. What did they do? What was their crime?
Their crime? Existing was their crime. The Fatherites don't like our kind. Come on, before those paladins give us a second glance.
I'll give them a second glance. And maybe a...
Oh, here now. Save it. You'll only get yourself killed. And we need you. You're gonna save Skara Brae. You're looking at me like you think old Robbie's had a few too many. Well, maybe I have. But this is no drunkard's fancy. You've been in my dreams 7 nights now, and each one with the same end. You the hero, and me lost. They all start with some evil slithering out of the darkness, and you driving it back from whence it came. But I don't make it to the happy ever after. And there's a moment right at the end where you could save me, and instead you choose not to. You just turn away and leave me to be buried alive. Well, maybe that means I shouldn't trust you. But you're the best hope we've got. So I guess I'll just have to pray that part's not true. Anyway, hero, let's get back to the Adventurers Guild. I have a few words to say to the congregation. This way. You can't swing a cat in Skara Brae these days without hitting a paladin. Not that I'm prone to swinging cats.
This is where I always sit up. I don't care. Hot soup! Delicious soup! Best soup you... Aha! Come here for soup, have you? Well, soup is not an adequate description for what you'll be getting. You'll be getting fulfillment, joy, the tender embrace of your mother's arms. This is not just soup. It is a revelation, a liquid epiphany. Heaven by the spoonful. There is no question that this soup is good enough for you. The question you have to ask yourself is, am I good enough for this soup? No. On ruffians.
I've known some good trout, but not many. Adventurers save this town. Round 'em up! That's what I say.
Seems like they're hanging anyone. They hanged my shoemaker last week.
Aye? Cabbage, carrots, and potatoes. Cabbage. Aye.
I do feel sorry for the elves.
Here we are. The guild.
Oh, Rebby, a new recruit? There were more folk killed last night. Some great beast, they said.
And again, they blame us for it.
What I just saw at Henred's hanging tree was the last straw. We have to...
Do you hear that?
The Song of the Maiden. What does it foretell this time?
Arrest the heretics!
burn this den of evil to the ground!
This way, hero! Hurry!
Your wickedness will be punished.
Come on.
If you make me fight, I'll kill.
Run along now.
You've got to pay for what you've done.
Come on, you wee... I shall cleanse you from this earth!
I shall cleanse you.
Your wickedness will be punished!
You have no honor.
Come forward and die, fiends!
We made it. What a nightmare, eh? Come on. We've got to get to the old guild and figure a way to protect ourselves. The Adventurers Guild from back before the old town was buried is still here after all these years. Just a little filthy, liable to collapse. At least it's well hidden. No danger of another visit from the Fatherites. Come on. We're looking for a green door. Hold on, hero. You'd better touch that luckstone. There. Now you're safe. No matter what befalls, you'll come right back to here.
Are they adventurers? Did they escape the fire?
Bide a moment. Don't think these are any friends of ours. No, they're up to mischief. We'll have to fight them, I fear.
Hardly worth our effort!
Kill! Kill for the master! Pick your targets!
On your word.
Ready for orders?
You're dead. You hear me?
Kill for the masters. What masters, I wonder?
Aye. What can I do?
Maybe those rogues were carrying something to burn down these boards. What did you find? wager. We better steer clear.
There is no
I see adventurers.
Pluck their swords out.
I want extra for this!
Ready? That was a nasty scrap. Let's see to our wounds.
here.
Eh?
How may I serve? More troublemakers.
Aye. It looks like we can't avoid them.
Someone there! Over there! End of the road! Heroes! I'm waiting for ye!
On your word.
At your command.
Yeah! Where'd you go?
Aye.
Yes?
More. There's another luckstone. Better safe than sorry, I always say.
You fools! You let them scatter! Now we shall have to drag them out again! The people must see what a danger these outcasts are! Find them! Find them!
More paladins. Can't let them spot us. Edge left and stick to the shadows. The Adventurers Guild is just around the corner.
All right. Though after what they did, what is that?
One eye, one leg, one arm. Is it a Fashan? I've sung songs about them, but I never thought I'd see one.
All the monsters of legend.
Stay in the camp.
Don't go looking for trouble.
Them things dragged down my old dad.
What do you want? Forgive me, my bile. It is not you who have stirred it, but these cursed clods who broke my best lute and battered me with their oafish fists. If you need an instrument, I have a few I am willing to sell. I'm trying to raise enough coin to return to the Everwood. The venture has not so far been a success. A mob, fevered by the Fatherites, they accused me of trying to lure some badish boy into the shadows, then set upon me with fist and boot. Had not a fellow adventurer been passing, I've no doubt I would have hung from their tree. Fortunately, a dwarf named Dalgleish saw my peril and dragged me to safety, taking many blows himself. I am in his debt. Not the finest instruments you'll ever find. Just a few I've acquired over the years. Please. not the fight. May you have better fortune than your fair friend Mary.
Stay still. You must rest.
Do not fear me, friends. I beg you. Yes, I am a Fatherite, but I no longer take orders from Bishop Henred or any of his compatriots. It is they who are not Fatherites, for they have abandoned the Sword Father's tenets. Thus, I have broken with them and come here to this refuge to do what a priest must always do: help the helpless and teach those who wish to learn. The Sword Father was a man once, a king of Lestras who valiantly drove out foreign invaders and sacrificed himself for the security of his people. Such was his honor and goodness that he became a god upon his death, and his daughter, known as the Blessed Lady, an all-merciful goddess. Together they watch over mankind, the Father inspiring them in times of trouble, the Blessed Lady comforting them when the storm has passed. He did not seem so terrible when first he arrived. Ambitious, yes, but still compassionate and with a keen intellect that was never satisfied. Then slowly his mind became less flexible, his fears more consuming and his compassion reserved only for his own kind. Where once the temples helped all, Henred ordered that only the faithful be fed and all others be turned away. It only got worse from there, as you know, and I now fear he has lost his sanity entirely. I was reprimanded for aiding a dwarf, and when I defended myself, Henred demanded I give up my ministry. I left without looking back. But I haven't left the true church, only Henred's church, which is not and shall never be mine. Well, I do what I can: healing, comforting, feeding, advising. If you are sick or wounded, I will be happy to help you. Let me see what ails you. If you seek to channel the power of your god for good works, yes, I can show you. First, however, I would ask a favor. Some of Henred's so-called paladins have looted sacred relics and are wearing them as medals, it seems. As if covering one's self in holy artifacts made one more holy. Preposterous. I know Paladin Captain Beckwith, who patrols the road near Fetter Cairn, wears one. If you could get it from him, so I may return it to its proper place, I would believe that you have the fortitude and commitment to learn what I have to teach. Bless you, friends.
I don't know how I got away. They was too busy eating everyone else, I guess.
Aye? Cabbage? Aye.
Welcome, Frick. I'm Resa, and this is Palafax. New folks arriving here every day, driven out of their homes by monsters or paladins or what have you, and they all need to eat and sleep. Oh, I haven't much, but we share what we have. If you need food, it's there. A place to lie down, the houses across the way are safe. It was all chaos here when the attacks started, so somebody had to organise. Me and Palafax here, my husband, we started finding blankets and food for the rest and keeping watch as best we could. Not doing too bad so far, but there's more folk coming in every day. It'll get worse before it gets better. Ah, my bold, brave husband. Always manages to find trouble where no one else can. Good thing for a guard, I suppose. Not so easy on his... Help out if you can. We need it.
Poor folk. More every day. Where are we going to fit them all? If you need food and healing, see my wife here, Raisa. If you need a blade or some leather on your back, see me. And if you're fit enough, we could use some help holding back the darkness, as the City Watch ain't likely to help us down here. And why shouldn't I be? Was with them for 30 years until this Henred becomes Bishop of the Fatherites. Then all of a sudden being Einar is a sin, fired for worshipping the wrong gods, took my house and tried to burn poor Raisa as a witch. Spent half my life arresting the rats that lived in Skara Brae below, and now I'm down here helping them. I've got some likely lads patrolling the camp, but what we really need is some hardy souls to go into the Raisa's my wife. Met her at her father's tavern. Oh, wouldn't look at me at first, but then... Have a look. Thanks for looking.
Here we are. I told Orlo not to let anybody in who didn't give him the Wildland whistle. Give it a try.
That's the tune! Welcome, friend. Hello, Robbie. Glad